Well, no doubt you're all wondering why things went so quiet, went so dark, and I just like disappeared off the face of the earth. Well, I'd like to say that's what happened, but it ain't. What actually happened was a matter of trust, a matter of me trusting the government. It was, right from the mayor's office to the top of the food chain, it was about as corrupt as Games for Windows Live files, know what I mean? And it's gone. It's gone. It's all bleeding gone. All those industries they had me build there, and I'm talking Watts, of course, you know, and our deal with the mayor, and our deal with the city, and then our deal with the feds, and we had all that bee industry put in. They were working on some other stuff for refining seeds, and then I wake up one day and I go have a look in my mailbox, and there's an envelope there, a nice 9x11 with glossy photographs and some words written underneath. Oh no, wait a minute, that's an old song. No, there was an envelope in there, and it had this red border around it that made it seem just urgent as heck. Well, turns out that, yeah, one of the parts of my deal that somehow was included and either didn't make itself to the paper or got to that point where even my old microscopic type glasses here couldn't read it. Long story short, they hit me with the land tax on everything that those industries sat on. They hit me with the building taxes for the whole thing. Basically, $1.7 million payable within 3 months. I went to court, I fought it, and, well, I can't say it was a rousing success. Apparently they had me pretty much dead to rights, or their version of dead to rights, anyway. And, I gotta say, after turning over my house, basically traded my house to the lawyers, you know, it's the way that sort of thing goes, and everything we had for equipment, everything we had for assets, except this place. They didn't know about this place. You know, the paperwork that was done here was just basically so shoddy, they knew nothing about it. Well, not shoddy, it's just a real under-the-table kind of deal. And, well, when the smoke cleared, I stood there in front of that municipal federal freak of a judge, and he looked at me and he said, well, my standing is not only for the municipality of Watts, but it's also, you'll be paying the court fees on that. And we feel that you also probably entered into that contract with fraudulent intent by not having cattle up front, etc. So we are also it was, I don't know. It reached a point where it seemed like the only logical thing to do was pat the lawyer on the shoulder and then pull off his prosthetic arm and whack the judge in the side of the head with it. You know, I've probably felt less grumpy at any point in my life before or since, but, well, it also cost me 6 years in the slam, so here we are. Everything's grown over. We're beyond back to where we started, but everything else is gone. Now, I managed to sell off all the hidden little assets I had. Again, other than this place, and this is what we've got. We are starting from scratch. I contacted a buddy of mine that I was referred to from someone that I met in prison that I'd known years ago. And apparently they are a big mucky muck up in Massey now. I thought, yeah, okay. But I contacted them, and lo and behold, they were more than willing to sponsor me. They found out what area I was looking to be tractoring in, and, well, long story short, they supplied me a reasonable amount of starting equipment, including this really fine little tractor here, a 699 Massey F. She's a sweet little ride. Got some row crop wheels. Got a pretty tough little motor in it, generating almost 100 horsepower. So, yeah, nice little ride. We got the deal that if we can clear a certain amount of land before the planting starts, that they are going to also purchase for us 20 head of cattle. So, and that's just a promotional thing for using their gear here, and they're going to occasionally send folk by to take video and do all that other thing, and maybe get us in a magazine or two. So yeah, went from fugitive to gad rock star overnight. But as I said, they supplied us a little bit of kit. This thing's got front loader attachments for it. They have a little bit of cedar, and like I said, basically enough to get us started. Now, they didn't realize how far back we had to go, so they didn't come up with a plow for me, but it still had the old onion sitting there. Nobody had a care for it. There we are, but we are starting back at day one. And yeah, we got the 3-day season thing a rocking, because she's a small farm. But as you can see, I'm going to, rather than getting this little area going right away, this is going to wait a bit, and we will eventually dig this out as well, but I think we're going to put some potatoes in there, maybe beets. For now, I'm thinking our best bet's going to be for me to slide a field or two in here. And same as last time, although this time, as you can see, I got a few more. I got to start by logging all of this. We're going to cut her all into about 6 meter lengths, I believe, is about what my trailer will take, or 5 meter, whatever it was. And go from there. But kind of wanted everybody to know what was going on, and you know, get things back up to snuff. So that's where we are, guys. It's going to be a long road, but I think we'll be all right. I really do. And you can bet that other than this deal I've made with our friends at Massey there, and they really can't hoop us on this one because, well, they sealed their own goose by having the thing being filmed and video-meted and documentaried and whatever they're doing. So, that might work out about right. Let's go have a look at our trailer, shall we? No, don't. Yeah. Buddy over in the next valley there, Reef, was nice enough to come by here every once in a while and shake in some feed for the chickens, keep them going, collect up the eggs. I told him he could trade straight across because I know what a great deal we get for eggs in this part of the world. And he was more than willing, made himself a few dollars, and good for him. So, thank you very much to my good friend Reefy. I do appreciate you looking after my chickens. So, yeah, we're still going to be living out in a tent in a garage, though. Unfortunately, being put away did not help the state of this house. And she was a moldy, horrid messing inside before, and now it's just worse. So it's absolutely unlivable. So I will be staying out in the shed for a little while. And between working on things, we are going to get the house fixed up so we can move back in. So, what's the length of this thing? No. 4 meter, eh? That's not bad, I suppose. Indeed. So that's what I'm going to have to get on with then, is getting all that wood cut up. It hauled out of here, and that should pretty much finance the rest of our early season. So, let's see where it goes from here, I guess. Like I said, once I get get these logs dragged away, then all I gotta do is get enough of a field cut. As soon as I get it cut, we don't have to get her cultivated, we don't have to get her seeded, but we need to get a dimension of this cut, and I'll look up the details. I think it's, I don't know, half an acre or something, just to basically show we're honestly getting our teeth into this. And then they'll bestow upon us our 20 cattle, and we'll carry on from there. But yeah, that's going to cut her for now. I got a log lifter with this, so 5-meter logs ain't going to be a problem. They're 4-meter, or whatever the heck they are. So, what is that going to give us for length here? That's not bad. So about the size of this little guy I got here will do fine. Alrighty then. Alright guys, well I do appreciate everybody dropping by. Heard I was back in town and that I was, well, unlike the rumors, I ain't so dead after all. I gotta tell you one thing though, and be warned. Spending 5 years in a can with one hand wrapped around my supper plate and the other hand wrapped, well, you know where, I ain't any less the bitter little troll. Till next time, you folk take care of each other, eh? Don't trust the government. Dang it.